How we doing, guys? Hope everyone's having a good night tonight. Hey, look, I'm live. It is another beautiful night here in the great state of Missouri. What's up, Rebel? Oh, no, I'm hearing myself talk. Let's stop hearing myself talk. All right, let's just dive right in. Let's start doing the random. Here we go. 25 names. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. There's our 10 names. Nita's on the top. Ryan Reeves is on the bottom. Paste it over here. Okay, now let's go back over teams. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and there we go. Uh-oh, looks like Nita got the Yankees. Looks like Nita got the Yankees. There you go. Nita, the Yankees won. The Rangers, Alex, the Red Sox, Ray, the Dodgers. Ray got the Dodgers last time. Betsy, the Braves. Sean, the Diamondbacks. Alex, the Padres. Kevin, Houston, Seattle. Juan, the Angels. Scott, the Cardinals. Justin, the Royals. Wow, Justin got the Royals and Nita got the Yankees. Greg, the Blue Jays. Seth, the White Sox. Greg, the Rays. That's a good one. Ashley, the Mets. Chris, the Brewers. Marie, the Indian Rocky combo. Mazer, the Orioles. Jonathan, Phillies Twins. Kevin, the Tigers. Brian Carpenter, the Cubs Pirates. Mark, the A's. Chris, the Reds. Tony, the Nationals. And Ryan Reeves. Ryan Reeves got the Marlins. How's that happen? I don't understand how that happens. Some of you guys get the same teams over and over again. Craziness. Let's take that down. What's up, Brian? How we doing, Ryan? Brian and Ryan. I'd stop bumping the camera. Let me put some boxes down. We'll prop this up. We'll get this in focus. What's up, Mark? Hey, Mark, guess who you didn't get this time? We'll bring this up a little bit like that. That poor camera. I beat my poor camera up. It's going to just quit on me one of these days. There we go. So you guys can all check it out. We're going to wait until 10 minutes after, then we're going to start breaking. So you guys have 10 minutes to trade. It's your trade window. I'll trade the Giants for the Yankees or the Royals. I won't take the A's. Pull you a Pete. Is Pete in here? Mark, who'd you get? Oh, Mark got the A's. Good for you, Mark. That almost guarantees that we're going to pull Pousson. And yes, I'm kidding about the Giants. You sure you're good, Justin? Well, let me say this to you a different way, Justin. Trade me or get out. How about that? Does that work? Is that it? Are you worried about that at all? Does that scare you in any way, shape, or form? There's a 3-day and a 5-day. 3-day starts tomorrow. Well, I did all I could do, Justin. I tried. That's all I had. Sorry. I guess it's good for you that I'm messing around, or, I guess it's bad for you, actually, that you know that I'm messing around, because then I could have had your team. What's the problem? I was gonna make you log in. You don't know the password? You don't remember the password? Oh my lord. What? Jeez Louise. Alright, I get you logged in. Oakland for the Yankees. I'm pretty sure that's not gonna fly. Five 727. Hope everyone's having a good Monday. It only took me about it didn't take it. 525 727. Huh? Well, I'm not logged in. Am I? Well, you can, or just do the one for today. Is that the 5-day or the 3-day? That's today. Okay. What's up, Les? How are you? Was that me or you, Annette? That was me? Why am I beeping? Let's see, who wants to talk to me? It's not my fault, it's just the random. I can't help it. So I'm working on a PYT for the retail stuff. We're working on a PYT. It's a little tough, so we couldn't get it done right away. Everything went very smoothly with shipping yesterday, which was fantastic. No hitch in our giddy up, which I like. I was able to get everything straight through. Everyone's stuff fit. Marie and Mandy barely fit in an A box. Oh, you know the other thing is, I'm you know how I pack when it's a bigger order, I pack it inside the 300 count box. Well, 4 of those 300 count box fit inside of a cube. There is a priority mail cube, and so I put them in there. And I think the 4 of you got one. I think Stellato, I think you got one. So when you guys get those, I'm curious your feedback on those. How you feel about them? One more minute, and then we're rolling. Is that me or you? Again? Am I live? Really? It's increasingly likely to be played in 2020 when we're going to play for the month of October. You know, these owners and the baseball players are starting to tick me off. These players and the owners are starting to tick me off. My lord. Just play baseball, for heaven's sakes. Bowman random. We got starting on Wednesday. We have we're gonna do another and then there's a all right, we're gonna go back to the beginning. We're going to break tomorrow. I'm going to do these 5 of these and then 5 blasters, and 5 of these and then 5 blasters, 5 of these, 5 blasters. We're going to do another tier 1 case tomorrow. But you know what? You know how I feel about these. I hate products where people are going to miss. I really do. I dislike them strongly. And so as a way to lessen, I think, the impact on some of you guys who, you know, are going to buy in and miss. Again, I understand we're all big people. We all know the risk involved, okay? But it makes me feel better if I can lessen that risk a little bit. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and we're going to drop the overall price of the break. That way I feel better about the break itself. Not that I feel bad about the break. I think we're right in line. But I just, after how many, you know, there was enough that missed on the first one that I want to adjust it. So there's some smaller teams, lesser price teams, and I'm not going to mess with those. But some of the big boys are going to get some adjustments done. I mean, we don't charge shipping, so no one has to worry about that or any of that other stuff. But it's just the whole idea. I just strongly dislike the miss thing, and so I would feel happier doing it. So we're just gonna adjust pricing down. And no one asked me to do that. It's just something that I want to do. Make sure that we do. And then starting on Wednesday is, what's Wednesday? Panini, Diamond Kings. And we have breaks on Diamond Kings Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday on eBay. But we'll also have breaks in the Facebook group. I think we'll probably do inner case breaks, which is 12 boxes. I think that's where we're going to start with those. All right, first stack of 5. Good luck, everyone. If anyone has any questions about anything, thoughts, concerns, stuff them because I don't want to hear it. I'm just kidding. Feel free to ask. If I can answer it, I will. If I can't answer it, I'll make up an answer. I'm good at that. I'm a little high on my camera, huh? Jonathan Stellato, you may not ask any questions at all, because I know you're going to ask something goofy. McConnell, Joe Ryan, Mike Trout. Good weekend break. Good the Friday break. Our Saturday break on eBay was really good. We got that really nice Jordan orange, and then the and right at the end, as we do from time to time, we hit the Dominguez refractor auto, which was nice. So now I've gone 4 Dominguez and 4 different variations, if you will. Not variations, but types. So now we've covered the base, we've covered the refractor, we've covered the purple, and we've covered the blue. Now we need a green, which is why we're here today. And then we got to attack the other ones. The gold. So what is our goal for the day? Well, our goal for the day would be some nice green autos. And just a lot of fun and camaraderie. Except for you, Jonathan Stellato. No fun. Hey, look at that. The Yankee spot already paying off. I need some top loaders here in a minute. I'll get them. You're fine. Oh, you're already through the first one? Good Lord. You list all that stuff fast. Fast and accurate. Are we just all, is it just going to be a quiet day today? We're going to be a no talkie crowd. You guys haven't been very talkative lately. Is everybody busy? People just don't like to talk? Ooh, look at that. It was a little beat up. I like them beat up. Beat up boxes produce the best hits. Ah, you're eating. Multitasking. So you're trying to walk and chew gum, Garrick? I get it. I get it. It can be hard. Walking and chewing gum. Ryan Reeves is watching KBO. What's up, Greg? Greg, I almost sent your stuff to Miami. What's up, Juan? Woo, good for you. How much you get for it? Good for you. Greg, I almost sent your stuff to Michigan at the last second. I was like, wait a minute. I don't think I'm supposed to send Greg stuff there anymore. And then I found the right one. I was like, phew, that'd have been bad. That would have been embarrassing. I'm sorry, if you don't mind me asking. If you don't want to share that one, I understand. And I apologize for asking. Some people don't like to share that. And I get it. You should be careful what you say around Marie anyway. She works for the IRS. That's what I do. I'm nosy. Oh, look at that. Is that yellow or is that gold? More importantly, is it going to be a gold? It's the right way. Be a good team. Colorado, Ryan Rollison. Gold. That's good. That's nice. Ryan Rollison, gold. Colorado spot just breathed a sigh of relief. That would be Marie Coffee. She's like, thank goodness. Now I've only got to make up. It's $2 down, and well, that's more than $2 if they overpay for shipping. No, that's not right. That's not fair. I shouldn't say. I got a nice package today from Jonathan Stellato. It was nice. I have no idea why he included the headless Barbie doll. I don't know. I don't know if he's upset with me about something, if that was, something. But I appreciate all the other ones. I enjoyed them thoroughly. Especially, I got a Joey Bart with a nickel in him. I have been trying to find a Joey Bart with a nickel in him for a while. So I appreciate that a lot. Unfortunately, the nickel is glued onto the front, and it's from this year. So I'm not sure that that is really the same thing that I was looking for, but I appreciate it. I'm guessing one of the kids made it. It was also Jonathan's daughter's birthday yesterday. If everybody wants to wish her a happy belated birthday. Jeez, I don't even, my words in my brain. Happy belated birthday. Her name is Dune, by the way. Spelled D''UNE. She's so lucky. I've been coming up with stories and things for my comedy routine. I'm gonna do a comedy routine. I just want to do it one time. I just want to get up there and do it one time, just to see if I can make anybody, you know, laugh. I got a good one. It'll get me in trouble, but it's okay. And you know, I gotta keep it clean, or this wouldn't be my style. So, you know, it takes a little while. It takes a little while. You did a comedy routine once? Did you call it the Pim particle? So we'll do another, what do you call it, thingy majigga tomorrow. Tier 1. Yeah, I don't know. And then we'll do some Diamond Kings on Wednesday. Hopefully it'll make it here on Wednesday. If it doesn't, I'm going to be in trouble. Apparently some of my shipments were delayed due to protests. And so I'm hoping that situation resolves itself enough so I can get my product. Or the protesters decide not to protest that day, so my product gets to me. Because I need it. I need my product. Ooh, look at that. Kanan Smith green for the Yankees. I like it. I like it. Right away, our first autograph goes Green Wave. Green Wave for the Yankees. I'm not sure I like the autograph itself, but I like the card. Kanan Smith, 84 out of 99. Yankees are first up. Nice. Very nice. Congratulations to the Yankees. You know what? I gotta try to... I don't know what I'm saying. Doesn't matter. Nothing, huh? All right. Quiet crowd. When we get a hit, that's the part where you guys all fake enthusiasm for someone else. Ooh, nice. Congratulations to whoever has the Yankees. That's where you guys fake it. At least fake enthusiasm is enthusiasm. I also started running my video. Did you guys see the video that we have on the Facebook page now? The one I made originally for another thing that never happened, I guess. But I started running that on Facebook. I actually started running it here on YouTube as well. And we've actually added quite a few people. It's got to be because of the ad, because our numbers have jumped. So that's fantastic. I like that. So I decided I would try it on YouTube as well. And it was approved. And I know we got at least our first person due to that ad. So that's good. My son did a good job. My concept, his design. And he cut it up really well. If you guys haven't seen it, you got to check it out. It's that case that we. It's that case. Thank you, Justin. It's that case that we that we had the 3 book autos in. We cut that up with the 5 relic or book auto hits and turned that into an ad under 2 minutes. And believe it or not, it's run on YouTube, which is crazy to me. The thing's just under 2 minutes long. And now it's up to 25% of the people are watching that are viewing it, and it's been viewed several hundred times. 25% are watching it all the way to the end, which is a fantastic number. 26%, which is a fantastic number, because usually you don't get that many people watching anything. You know, they'll watch it for like 3 seconds and then they're done. So that's nice. I don't know if they actually have any effect on anything, but whatever. And then we're going to have an ad that we're going to start on Facebook, another giveaway. This one will revolve around. It may be. This next one will revolve around Topps Chrome, and we're going to. We normally include. This one was so weird that ultimately I think it was a good decision not to try to do something else for the Facebook group itself with the promo. But this one we're going to do some Topps Chrome, and part of it will be for the Facebook group as well. So, yes, they do, Ryan. Here comes a blue. So we will be giving away some Topps Chrome in the group is what I'm trying to say. We get this guy a lot. I hope he turns out to be a decent pitcher. Blazovic. Is it Blazovic or Blazovich? I don't know. Whatever he is. There he is. I'm telling you, the worst one I've ever seen though was that Texas Rangers guy. We pulled that one card and it looked like some kindergartner had scribbled on it. Might have been his kid. Jason Dominguez. You can never have too much Topps Chrome, right? So we're gonna do something for the Facebook group. That will, and I say this with all due respect to some people who never buy into the group. They won't have a chance to win. I think it's fair to reward those who support the business, and which is what we're going to do. Did you guys see that one? The post. What is his name? The goofy name from the Texas Rangers. But we got his autograph one day, and it was a third of the card, and it was all over the place. I mean, it looked like, honestly, it must have been the last card he autographed, and his hand was cramping something awful. It was terrible. Ooh, that one's thick. There's something in there. You know what I'm talking about? I can't even think of that guy's name. For some reason I want to say Postal or something, but I don't think that's right.
I could imagine if I had to sign that many autographs, by the time you get to the end, you know, your hand's probably cramping something awful. Top should bring a hand massager. Someone comes and massages your hand for a couple minutes after you sign 30 of them. But I mean, how many hundreds do they sign? Thousands, probably, some of these guys. I know Rowdy Tellez must have signed 50,000 autographs. When I come across them, I'll show you. You guys know what I'm talking about, I think, already. Amaya. Joey Bart. Pipeline for the Phillies. Key Brian Hayes. Or is it Brian? Might be. Apostle, that's him. Thank you, Alex. But, you know, again, it's got to be tough signing that many autographs. Uh-oh, here comes green paper. Evan White. I think we've had Evan White green paper before. Thinking the first break. That's what my brain's telling me. My brain doesn't always remember that, but rightly, but somewhere along the line we had some other color something from him. Lou Bob. And then we go into the busy weeks. We're going to have next week. I don't think there's anything, right? Is there something next week that's releasing? Diamond Icons, maybe. And I have requests out for Diamond Icons. I don't think we're going to get any. And I'll be honest with you, my feelings aren't going to be hurt. I think that's going to be pretty hefty. So, or is Diamond Icons this week? No, it can't be this week. Yeah, no, it is actually. It's the 10th. Let me see. What's up, Chewy? So we have. I need a Panini release schedule. But anyway, then we go the week after that. There's a. It's Topps Big League. And what's the other one that's coming out? Another minor league, the other minor league product, not Heritage Minor. Pro Debut is coming out. Those are coming out the same week. And then the next week on Wednesday is Topps Finest. And then on Friday is Top Series 2. It's just crazy. I mean, we're just blowing up the product. July is not so bad. July is not so bad. So we'll be able to spread things out a little bit. We'll have time, which is good. But I think we have 20 cases of Series 2 on the hook right now. And Lord knows we could probably open double that easy. Double that easy. And we'll be cracking cases of Series 2. It's got to be, Shuey. It's got to be. I've got to believe. Someone said to me that he thought, someone who's been doing this for a long time, thought that what they were probably going to do was Topps would probably contact the teams and say, look, who of your prospects, which ones had the best shot of making the team? You know? And maybe you'll see some of those guys. But you might not. I mean, you might not. I don't know. Who knows? And then, oh, the other thing that's coming out is the collector boxes from Tim Anderson. Big League Collectors boxes, which is one of the things I have been looking forward to since that came out. Those Big League Collector boxes have those baseball action figures in them. I am very excited. We're going to break those 1-in-1 with the case. So if we're going to break a case of Big League, it's also going to include an equal number of boxes. I think it's going to be 20 and 20 for those other things, for the collector boxes. So this will be a very strange break because of having to ship the action figures and things with it. But it is what it is. That's what we do. Oh, yellow paper coming up. Yellow. This guy again. This guy better be good. C Jazz is a really kind of a strange last name. I don't know that I would want my last name to be C Jazz. Doesn't sound right. But whatever. I imagine it's gonna, you're gonna be focused around Lubob a lot on that break. I mean, on that product. I'm curious to see what else they do with it, or maybe they don't. I don't know. I mean, maybe they've got to have Lubob in there. Maybe he's the only one, and then you have update. I don't know how it's gonna happen. I just wish they would put out checklists far enough ahead of time that we could plan. The only time we can plan is like the day before. But I'm sure it'll be a good product. Austin Nola. Luzardo. Josie Altuve. Blue Wave. Nico Hulsizer. That is a name. Nico Hulsizer. Yeah, and it wouldn't surprise me if they did a Redemption A, Redemption B, kind of a thing. And remember that Series 2 is also going to have the other part of the golden tickets. There are golden tickets in Series 2 as well. So that's going to be a part of the big draw for that. And maybe why they have the date on that where it is, they're not pushing it back. It may have something to do with the with that party for that, maybe whatever plans they have are already set and they've got to make sure the product gets out, which would make sense. That would make sense. And so maybe we can pull a golden ticket, since we did not pull a golden ticket in Series 1 and we were sad. And now it's just too expensive. Series 1 has just gotten way expensive. Way expensive. If we just pull one Dominguez green, autographed or unautographed, I would be happy. Or a Poussin, or the other guy that we can't pull, Bobby Witt. Unfortunately, guys, I am witless. I think that not being able to pull one is says something about our brakes, that we are witless brakes. Some more witty people have pulled more in one case than I have pulled ever. But at the same time, yeah, the hobby version of it, Justin, yes, absolutely, absolutely. Like more than $1,200 a case. High. Tonight would be a good night to pull some wit. Then I wouldn't be, hey, look, and then I would not be witless. And there is still retail around of it. There sure is. Come on. Come on. Are you going to cooperate here at all? Maybe I should just go pick up my product on Wednesday. Might be easier. Maybe I'll do that. I can get it first thing in the morning. Whatever time that is. You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I haven't even gone and looked. We haven't even gone. I think maybe we'll make some runs this week. But you know what? A, I don't have the time that we had last year to do it. And B, I'm just not feeling motivated to go chase it. So if we get some, we get some, and we'll break it. If we don't, we don't. And I'll try not to lament it too much because there's a lot of product out right now. I think it's going to be good, and I hope I get some, but you might as well forget about it. I mean, the thing is, you can't even touch it on Target.com because everybody's bought it up with everything. You can't even get to it. I mean, I've again hit it when it first showed up, and the last time on my own, and couldn't get even through the cart. So, I mean, everybody is, ooh, look at that. Is that paper? No, it's paper. Oh, it's the wrong way, too. It would be the other way, wouldn't it? John Means. Woo! John got a line down him. Can you guys see that at all? I don't know what kind of line that is. But John got a line. Like it always is, but we pulled a lot of big stuff last year. We pulled a lot of, really? Is that another one? Ooh, an actual green. A green chrome. I don't think it's an autograph, but it is a green chrome of the Orioles Talent Pipeline out of 99. So 2 greens in the same box. That's kind of neat. And a Poussin. That doesn't happen too often. Yeah, but and one of the benefits though of this one this year is you can get the Dominguez and the other guys out of there, and they're still selling for a decent clip. I sold some lots that ended yesterday, and they went for much more than I thought they would. Much more than they thought they would. There's a purple paper. Purple paper. It would. It would. I've seen some for sale and they look pretty cool. Green paper Poussin. No, purple paper Poussin there. Jason Dominguez. Acuna. Yeah, they get eaten up here too. I mean, we found them one time. I think that people are just out there just tearing it up, you know what I'm saying? Xander Bogaerts out of 250 for the Boston Red Sox. I'm kind of half thinking I'm going to take one or two of those cases, of value pack cases I have, and turn them into eBay breaks. Dominguez. But we'll see. Bet you half a case that's 54 packs of that goes probably $1,500 on eBay. I would bet. We had more problems in this past week with people not paying for their breaks than we have had in a long time. It's only been 4 of the 6 breaks had somebody who bought in and didn't pay. 2-0 feedback and 2 guys who had feedback that should not be doing that. And so I'm letting them all play through so they get their strike against them. You know, because if you get the 2 strikes in a year of not paying, buying something and not paying for it, then you get blocked by a lot of people. So, and they're goofy things. Like 2 of them bid, you know, they won the bid, then immediately asked for a cancellation. Now, the only reason you immediately ask for cancellation is if you had no intention of paying. And so, one night, I think it was Friday night, I just lit 2 of them up. Emailed. They'd email back, and I would just you know you beat somebody in any kind of an argument when they resort to cussing and calling you names. Every other word is the F word. You know you won that battle. And the other dude said, it was a funny thing. He says, he gives me this seriously long explanation, and I put so much money into Bowman, and I only got, yeah, I know. I think some people do it for fun, Ashley. I'm not kidding. I think some people do it just to try to hurt other people. I really do honestly believe that. And that is because it happens enough, and the excuses are enough that you know that they're just doing it just to be jerks. And that's just the way that is. I mean, again, we're big enough now where we can absorb it. It doesn't hurt us. And I don't resell the spots anyway. I keep them. Ooh, what is that? Oh, it's a reflection. But the one guy who had the Orioles ball teams gave me this big long explanation of why he couldn't pay. Because he overextended himself, and I bought this much in Bowman and only got this much return. And, you know, all this other crap about why he couldn't pay because of that and this. And And this was after the break was over. And I said, well, I just have one question for you. Would you have paid if I would have hit an Adley Rutschman auto? And he never sent me a message back. Yeah. So we know what you were doing. This other one was this dumb little punk kid who clearly had no intention of paying. And I just lit him up. I never use profanity. I never do that. I don't resort to calling names. But when it comes to why didn't you pay for your break, yeah, I've got that down to pretty much an art form of ticking people off. And I'm going to fully admit to you guys that there are times when my intention is just to tick somebody off because they're not going to pay anyway. And then when they give you the, well, I was going to pay, but come on, dude. Really? One of these times I'm going to take one of those. I should take the one with that kid. I mean, that kid must have messaged me back like 20 times. Ooh, he was mad. And then the other guy, and I told him, you need to quit because I said, every single time you respond to me, I'm going to respond back. And he kept responding. I kept responding back every single time. Then finally he got tired and gave up, which was good. And the other guy, when he responded back, I didn't get a response from him about the question, but I did finally get another response from him that he didn't answer the question. And then I said, well, then I got into the discussion of character and the lack thereof when you don't pay for it. And that ticked him off. And so he would send me a message back, and I would just put character, one word on there, character, with an exclamation point. And he kept that up. He kept that up for probably 6 messages back. And I only said character with an exclamation point after it was my one word response to him. Ooh, he was mad. And I enjoyed it. And I don't feel bad for it. You purposely take money out of people's pocket. And I don't have any recourse with eBay. They can't get any negative feedback. If people choose to buy your stuff and not pay for it, there's nothing you can do. And they will never get a strike against them as far as eBay is concerned. And that's why people sit there and it'll take sometimes a week for these guys to finally pay their stuff. Because eBay won't do anything to them. And so every once in a while, even though I know better, even though I shouldn't, I get a little frustrated with it. And then I let them know how I feel about it. Yep. And I really honestly believe, Shuey, people do that on purpose. Or I also believe, because I have seen where guys will buy your item because they have one up for sale themselves and they want you out of the way. So I don't know if you check that at all, but you ought to check that. Because I've seen the name and then all of a sudden, suspiciously, they didn't pay for their stuff. Then when I went and looked, this happened twice. Then they had the same exact card up for sale. Well, you just took me out of the way so you can try to get yours sold, and then you just let mine go. You never pay for mine. Which is kind of crappy. And I've called eBay and brought that up to them. I don't know what the resolution was. But they still never paid for mine. And the worst part about that is sometimes these guys, when they do that, it hurts value a lot. By the time they finally, a week later, if they don't pay and then you finally get around to listing it, you've lost sometimes 25% value on that card. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. And absolutely no recourse, which is the sucky part. And then if they pay for it and ask for a cancellation after they pay, you get you don't get the fees refunded by PayPal. So if it's a big order, I've had big orders. Yeah, nothing. I've gone to supervisors and managers, and I kept going up the pipe. And I'm just saying this. I'm not trying to be I am, you know, officially I'm a minority. I come from a mostly minority family, so I don't mean this disrespectfully in any way. When I say this, I've gone up to the chain so much we got back to America. That's how far I go up the pipe sometimes to talk to somebody. Because if you can't give me the answer I want to know who can. Nope. Nope. If they choose not to pay, they just choose not to pay, and you don't get to give them negative feedback. You know. So what they say? What they say, Greg, on yours, or do they not answer you? I had to fight with eBay. A guy gave me negative feedback because shipping was slowed. I shipped it on time, as I always do. Shipping was slowed. Yeah. Shipping was slowed because of everything that's happening with the beer virus. And, you know, he left me negative feedback, and I had to fight eBay to take that down. I'm like, how is that my fault? Well, that's how the buyer felt. I said, but the buyer, how can he feel that way about me when I shipped it within the time frame that I have listed? It went out within 2 business days. So he can be upset with USPS, but how can he be upset with me? Well, sir, and I said, give me your supervisor. Don't well, sir, me, give me your supervisor. And then I got the supervisor and I said, look, either I'm going over your head or you're fixing this problem. And I explained the situation and I said, are you going to fix it or am I going over your head? Well, what we can do is put in a request to have it taken down, and I'll note why. And I was like, okay. And so then they did have it down the next morning. But the first guy was like, you know, man, you don't know. Justin, you don't know. When AT&T screws up my phone bill, they always give me money back. Trust me. To the point where my parents call me now when they have a problem, and I call the person and I deal with them. Because you know what? I don't let things go. I do not let things go. Yeah, skip that, dude. Okay, here's the only way the strike impacts them. When I do a listing, and I have this automatically set up on mine, so it does affect them, but it doesn't for most people. There's a little button I have to check, or a little drop down, whatever it is. It says, basically, people who have 2 non-paying strikes against them can't see your break, whatever it says, and it gives you a time frame, 1 month, 6 months, or people. I go back to a year. So for me, anyone with 2 unpaid strikes in the last year cannot see my auctions. Well, here's the problem, though, Alex. You got to tread carefully, because remember, they can take this away from you. They can suspend your account. I'll give you guys another good example, okay? It's like with PayPal. These guys who are in these other breaks who openly say friends and family, okay? And I know a couple of them say friends and family right there. Do you know that if PayPal sees that, man, I've had people tell me horror stories. What's up, Kevin? About PayPal suspending their account. Did they suspend yours? Yeah, so you have to be, and eBay can do the same thing, because I got on there one day and the guy, he flat told me, sir, I understand what you're saying, but you do know that we could suspend your account. And I'm like, for what? And he just didn't like the way that I was speaking to him, because I would talk and he kept trying to talk over me. And finally I said, dude, I called you. I'm the one with the problem here. Can you please stop talking over me and let me finish? I hope so, Kevin. We have a good time. We have a good time. But some of these guys, man, you know, the problem is they control the game. You know, Alex, and that's why you just have to be careful. What's up, CL? We had 1 green auto so far. Yankees. Kanan Smith. That's our 1 green. I kid you not, and anyone who knows me will attest to the fact that if I will go until I am satisfied. I will go until I am satisfied. Those are mine, Kevin. I keep the Giants in all my breaks. And so any card you see off to the left that I just stick over there real quick, that was a Giants card. I started breaking to get more Giants card. So, I mean, unfortunately, everyone, they control the game, though, you know? Yeah, and I've thought about Venmo, but that would require me to open another bank account, and I don't know if I want to open another bank account. I guess I probably ultimately should, and eBay's about to take away a lot of PayPal's thunder come next month. When they go to that, they're making everybody go to the their multi-payment function thing that is direct to a bank account. Personally, I'd be happy with sticking with PayPal because I have never had an issue with PayPal. And PayPal, every single time I call them, they have been fantastic. They resolve the issue. You know, they're always very courteous. And so I really like PayPal. And so they make me happy. And so that's why I try not to do anything to antagonize them. Because I also know that I'm telling you what, I do know 2 people who had tens of thousands of dollars and got it locked up by PayPal. And the fine print, and I think I was telling CL this one day, the fine print that people don't read is that they can lock up your money for any or no reason at all. At their discretion, they can lock your funds up indefinitely. And by working with them, you agree to that. So there's a lot of breakers out there who take their life into their own hands by openly asking people to do it, friends and family. Because if you got somebody disgruntled in there and someone you ticked them off and they said something into PayPal and said, well, hey, so-and-so at this break, and here's a screenshot. There you go. So you know, Ashley. Here's a screenshot of this guy openly saying, pay friends and family. Yeah. Which is why when I started asking, I didn't know. And then when I found out someone had said something to me and then we had a conversation about it, I was like, yeah, take it down. You know, they will take it out of your bank account. They've got the game rigged. It's not in their favor, but they've got it rigged that they get their money. They get their 3% plus 30 cents. And believe me, to have all of our money locked up until they figured out how far back, how long I've been doing this, and you know, I don't want that to happen. I don't want that to happen. So you will never see me posting anything that says, pay me, PayPal, friends and family. And when people ask me, I tell them goods and services. New people, goods and services. And there's that conversation. But the eBay thing was so, and I was starting to get frustrated by it. And I'll be honest with you guys, and CL can attest to this. I've been frustrated because I feel like the cases have not been fantastic. I mean, have we hit some big autos? Absolutely we have. But when they're not to my satisfaction, I don't even know what my satisfaction is. I get unhappy. And I was unhappy about that. Then you have some idiots not paying, you know, which was not a big deal because no one, you know, again, most of the time when these idiots decide to pay, they decide to go after the big teams. And fine, I will eat. I had to eat the Royals one night. I was excited about it. Personally, nothing came of it, but I was very excited about eating the Royals one night. I was like, hallelujah, you know? Here we are. Where did we just finish off? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15. I guess we're, you know, take the big teams off the table. But in the beginning when that would happen, oh my Lord, that hurt so much. Oh man, it was hard. Thank goodness we're not in those days anymore. I mean, we could survive without eBay, and survive comfortably without eBay. I like eBay though because, and again, I think a lot of the people that are in this room came from eBay. I don't think you're wrong, CL. I'm just not going to openly. I'm not going to. You know, I think you got to be smart. You got to be careful. You got to cover yourself. Got to cover yourself and your break. And I think people test the waters too much. So suffice it to say, I was happy on Saturday when we pulled that last case was a good case. We pulled that orange Jordan, another Dominguez. That made me happy. What's up, Rudy? Which again is why which is also part of the reason why I am going to drop pricing a little bit on. I've been thinking about it a lot on the tier 1. Not that I think that we should. I think our prices actually are much better than a lot of the things I've seen out there. And when you take the whole package of how we handle everything, I think it's a whole lot better. But I personally would feel better. And that's what I'm interested in, is when I go to bed, I want to not have to worry about, oh crap, I got Greg 2 crappy teams again. Son of a gun, I never hit Greg. How come I never hit Greg? I want to feel better about it. I felt that way about Juan, then I've hit him a little bit lately, and so I haven't felt so bad about it. But people can, I mean, they seriously could hurt you if they wanted to. Between not paying on eBay, or they pay and then they ask for a request and then you have to eat the fees. Tyler Green. A Tyler Green out of 99. I mean, people can just purposely and maliciously really affect your business if they wanted to, which kind of sucks. It kind of sucks, and there's not really a heck of a lot you can do about it. But it's a whole nasty cycle, the whole thing. I mean, which is why I think some people have gone exclusively to Facebook. You know, I mean, it's really a tough way to figure it out. And when you're small, it's not that big of a deal. As you get bigger, there's a lot more than you to think about than you would think you have to think about, you know? Which is a good problem to have. I'm not saying it's not, but there's just more to think about. Back in the day, I was only worried about whether or not, you know, we were going to have enough money for the next break. Now, I'm worried 2 months ahead if I bought enough product to cover everything that we're doing, and, you know, are we going to be able to maintain our shipping schedule the way that I want to, and yeah, all these problems that are all good problems, you know. But at the end of the day, we have a good Facebook group, and that's what I care about. A lot of good people in our Facebook group. A lot of people that, like I said before, I've gotten to know outside of Facebook as well. And you know, so whatever happens, happens. I honestly, and I mean it, I mean this sincerely, if the bottom fell out of the market tomorrow and we had to give it up, we'd have to give it up. I mean, I would miss it, but it is what it is, you know, and I'm glad I can be in that mindset with it, that it's not going to, my world's not going to come to end if that happens, come to an end if that happens. I'll just have to go use my master's degree. I don't want to do that though. That's like real work. Who likes to do that? But CL said he'll hire me, so I'm gonna go work with CL. I'm not sure exactly what the job of the assistant to the washroom attendant does, but I kind of got an idea. I don't like it, but you know. But he did say he would visit me every day. But then when I start thinking about how he would visit me, I'm not sure that I like it. So we'll just hope that this continues. No? No reaction. Okay. All right. I'm more boring than I thought I was. I'm trying out my material on you guys. What material I have. Come on. Come on. How many autographs have we had? We had 2 autographs? Two, right? Well, you know, I mean, it's a good, strong market. You know, it's a good, strong market now. I think that the profiteering has, for the most part, passed. For the most part. Though there's still at least one person trying very hard to take advantage of everybody else in the market, and I dislike that strongly. But we'll see how it plays out. So anyone have anything? So Ashley, they locked you up because somebody complained about a package not being delivered? Or something didn't get delivered? I bet you that was early on though, huh? Ain't no way around all that. Boo. That was a crappy box. Well, you know, Rudy, it's definitely going to dilute the pool of buyers, which I think is a good thing. I mean, you know, there are a lot of new breakers out there, and a lot of guys with not a lot of deep pockets. So I have to hide that. I'm sorry. Though I get the gist of what you're saying, Ashley. So, yes, I do think overall we should not see any significant jumps, though a lot of the product has been pre-sold. That's all right. It's all right. But do I think more releases help product not to go crazy in price? Rudy, I do. Yes. You know, one of the things coming up, Big League it's one of the ones that I enjoy the most. I really do like Big League. For the same reason I like opening day. But you know, so that's not a high-end product. That's going to be a low banger. Will Wilson, 17 out of 99. Pro debut should be pretty good. And, you know, the Top Series 2, I don't know. I don't know what to think about Top Series 2 yet. I'll see. I guess when we see a checklist. But Finest will be good. Finest will be good because you're going to have all the rookies in there. Finest last year was very strong as well. And I would assume that Finest will also include Lou Bob. So you're going to have, you know, the what, 3, 4, 5 rookies that you're going to be looking at. Did I go do this pile? Did I do the other pile? What am I doing? Did I do? Yeah, I did that pile. I think I did this one too, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Yeah. It was set aside like I did. But I lost track. But things on eBay, you know, things are still strong. Buys are still strong. You know, the guys that I normally buy, I have noticed an uptick in price. So that tells me that things are, you know, things are pretty good. So we'll see. And they've got some interesting products coming up. I'm curious to see what that Topps Chrome X is. And they have the Stadium Club. Woo, look at that. How about some orange paper for Pilkington? 25 out of 25. Some orange paper for the White Sox. Connor Pilkington. 25 out of 25. Could have been a whole lot of other people besides fun. But that's okay. I was really thinking that ultimately Shuey, that would be an interesting group. That'd be an interesting group. You know, you'd probably still have people in there. I did not get any T206. I looked at it and I thought, you know, I don't know that we want to break that. And so I did not. Lou Bob at a 250. We were just talking about you. White Sox are doing pretty well. Mark Garrison did. How about some green Nick Lodolo? But a lot of fun stuff coming up too. Nothing that's going to break the bank for us, which I like as well. I'm not a huge fan of real high-end products. You know, so I think it's a good balance of stuff coming up for us, which is good. Jeez. Yeah, I want to break with that guy. So far, I have stuck by my guns. I'm not buying into any breaks where all cards do not ship. I have stuck by my guns. It has hurt a couple of times because I've seen some good cards pulled that I would have been very happy to have. But I have decided to make that stand, and I'm going to stick with it. Those are my cards. I paid for them. And if you don't want to ship them all, if I pay for them, then you don't get my money. That's just my personal opinion. I'm not criticizing anyone else who feels differently. Because CL and I differ on that one a lot. He does not want all the paper base and crap. Which is why I send it to him whenever I can. Sometimes on accident, sometimes on purpose. But in some breaks, that's all you get. Some breaks, you really get skunked hard. All you got's a bunch of base. And then they don't even ship that. What did we just open? 2, 7. I guess we just opened. I guess we're opening these, huh? I'm not even paying attention to what we're opening. What is the best card that I've ever pulled? The most expensive card that I've ever pulled has been Dominguez. I mean, we pulled the blue. I pulled a Jordan 1/1 autograph out of Panini that the guy sold the next day for $3,000. So that was a pretty good pull. Money wise, that's, you know, but I mean, then you look at, that's kind of a subjective thing. Value wise, those would be it. But we pulled 1/1s of a whole bunch of guys. And since we only do baseball, I mean, my scope's a little bit more narrowed than other people's. It was a free spot, actually. Both the first 2 Dominguez we pulled was in our random. So what we do is we do a random, half case random. It's 102 a spot. And it's 24 teams. Well, the 25th team is the Yankees. So what we do is we hold the Yankees back. We open up all the case. Then one person who bought into the break gets the Yankees for free. And both of those were Yankee freebie spots. Look at that. And we're gonna do that again, but we're gonna do 2 breaks that are gonna be random, Bowman Jumbo random, and they're gonna be called Feel My Pain breaks, because I'm going to test a theory that I have that whenever I list the Giants, and I've got a very small sample size, so I want a larger one. Whenever I give up the Giants, something big comes from them. So we're going to test that out. So in the next 2 jumbos that we do, which will be the last case I have here, we're gonna have it's gonna be the same pricing and everything, but we're gonna give away the Yankees and the Giants, and we're gonna see how big. Because I didn't know that Connor Cannon, his stuff goes for pretty good money. I want to see how big the Giants, his autograph or whatever we pull out of there is. So that should be fun. That's a random, yeah. That one should be fun and painful, but that's okay. You got to play through the pain. Yeah, if you buy into the break, then you got a shot at winning the Yankee spot. So you'll have your team, whichever one of the 24 spots it is, and then you'll have a shot at the. Hey, look at that! Is that really? Wow! Look at that. Tampa Bay Rays, Wander Franco, purple auto at a 250. Who has the Rays? Was that Greg? Greg Walters, wow. Look at that. Wander Franco. Purple paper at a 250. Yeah, that's a nice one. I'm very happy about that. Very happy about hitting something for Greg, too. Lou Bob. I like that. That was a nice one. That makes me happy. That's the kind of things I like to see coming out of the break. Know what I'm saying? That's what I'm looking forward to doing the break tomorrow night. We're gonna do the PYT with the whatever it is, Tier 1. I'm ready for round 2. I have 6 loose boxes here that are calling to me, but I'm gonna try hard to fend them off. I'm gonna try very hard to fend them off. Oh man, I gotta tell you, Juan, I would be upset. I would be upset if the red talent pipeline came out of the freebie break. I genuinely would be upset because there's only 5 of those and one of them's already gone. I would genuinely be upset about that. I really am working on the rainbow for that. I got the green. So I've got the green now, the base, the orange, and the gold. So I need the atomic. I need the red and the super, I think. You know, Alex, sometimes I do that. Sometimes I do that. There are times when I do that. You know, that's really might be the way to do it, huh? Instead of lowering prices, anything. Let me check costs. Maybe just add an extra box to the break. That's really a good idea, and one that that would be not something out of the ordinary for us to do. I kind of like that idea actually. So more chance at hitting something. Not a bad idea. Let me look into that. Did it? What am I opening? Oh, I'm doing these. I don't even know where I'm at. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just random. I'm just going to randomly open stuff now. Wander Franco. Last time we opened this retail product, we had a press plate. That's not bad. I would take a press plate. Bobby Witt. We've out hit many breakers on the Dominguez, but which I'm happy about. But still, it would be nice to get some of the other guys too. You know. Sometimes the temptation is part of the fun, though, too, Alex. Usually the worst time for me, I don't know why it is, the worst time for me is Saturday after I'm done with all the breaks. Which is why I've been trying to load up on Saturday, because if I'm not packed out by the end of the night, then that's when the temptation sometimes gets me. And oddly enough, I'll get at 2 o'clock in the morning these weird messages. Hey, Dune, what you got to open? And then we're all in trouble. And that's when you see these, hey, anyone want to do a random division break? That's where those come from. Mauricio Dubon. That's true, not for you guys. Well, I mean, it doesn't suck for me either, you know. But I'll see. I got to see how many loose boxes I have coming in, too. Because if I have another 6, and I think it is another 6, then it kind of doesn't make sense for me to open extra product. But you never know. You're falling behind.
No, I'm bagging.
You're bagging? Dang. I like high tea, usually about 4 o'clock. I don't like any sugar or anything in my tea. So I don't have any sandwiches with the crust cut off either. But I don't mind them. It's just that when I ask for a sandwich with my crust cut off, I get the 25-year marriage death stare. And so I'm like, all right, fine. I don't need to have my crust cut off. And those of you who've been married for a long time know what I'm talking about. You can get away with that when you've just been married. And let me say to you in all honesty, if you just are recently married and you ask your significant other for something and you get the 25-year death stare, yeah, I think you're in trouble. I think you're in trouble. I'm just saying, you might be in trouble. Dune's Marriage Camp 101. You're not a tea guy. I do enjoy my unsweetened iced tea. I don't like Lipton, though. Louisiana, I like Louisiana. They're good for making iced tea, which I like. Unsweetened iced tea. I used to drink it with sugar, and then my wife told me that I can't do that anymore and kept giving me the face, and so now I drink it without sugar, and I prefer it that way, evidently. I can't remember the other way, so I've just, you know, that's just one of those fights where you learn to pick your battles. Well, I haven't really learned that very much, but for some things I have. And see, I do not drink coffee. I am not a coffee person. Which I guess makes sense and why I'm a tea drinker. Dylan Carlson. $50 ounces a day. We are down to 1 stack of each and 1 box. So we're going to do the last stacks mojo. LSM. Let's do some LSM. Ooh, I see some green coming up. Looks like chrome to me. LSM. Seth Beer out of 99, Arizona. Seth Beer, huh? Come on, Seth. How you fighting me, dude? Only Alex wants a hit. Okay. Alex, who do you have? You have the San Diego Padres. Ooh, look at that. Wonder if I should get that graded. Send that in and get that graded. Ends look pretty good. Looks like we got a little bit of a side on there. I guess it goes that way. Bobby Witt Jr. Bobby Witt Jr. That definitely wasn't. I probably shouldn't have thrown that away. Probably should have kept it. I should keep all those in my drawer, and then when I get enough, see if I can put together a baseball card with all the pieces. That's a good idea. Easy there. Yeah, they had another one. I think businesses around here closed early again because they had another impromptu walk. The young people had to get out and get some exercise. Last Stack Mojo. I guess we should start looking. If I don't start looking, Dana's going to get all of them. Then I'm going to be mad at Dane. Oh, darn it. Speaking of Dane, I forgot. I was supposed to go pick some cards up from him. I got to get that taken care of. Dane, if you're on here. My bad, I forgot. I have to get my in-laws to pick them up. The heck? Oh, that's gold. I was going to say, that's crazy looking. Some gold coming up. True gold. That's true. That is true. Gold will always be gold. Valemont. Ooh. Scooball. Wanderwanko. It was fun with the Bowman's Best trying to figure out who those were on the back by their initials. I enjoyed that game. I hope to play it again someday. Volpe. Jesus Luzardo. A lot of green in this, which is good. I mean, you know, should be in here, but we've hit a lot of it, which is good. Singer. Fill stick. Gold. Josiah Gray. Gold. 35 out of 50. 35 out of 50. For the Dodgers. I almost made my obligatory Dodger joke, but you know what? Until we have baseball again, I'm putting them on the shelf. Put them on the shelf. I know that'll make Marie happy. Which is why why I want to keep doing them, because making Marie happy is not in my wheelhouse. I only like to torture Marie. It's all done out of love, though, of course. Bobby Wick Jr. Wonder what that look is on his face. Gotta run hard. Gotta be better than Dad. Oh, is that a blue? Cole Wynn. Blue. Texas Rangers out of 150. Cole Wynn. Bo. Christian. Glybar. Adley. Only one green auto, huh? Guess they're not that easy. Gorman. Purple. Valemont. 2 out of 250. Two out of 250. Five more boxes to go. I think I'm going to wait, guys, and ship this after the break tomorrow night. So it'll ship, it'll go out Wednesday morning. That still stays within the 2-day window. But I'm going to be honest with you guys and tell you that I'm feeling kind of lazy tonight. Had so much to do today. Today was just such a horribly, horribly busy day. I got up. I had to let a dude in and stand with him for like 5 minutes. Well, he gave me a price on running gas for a new stove we're putting in the kitchen. Oh, that was taxing. That was taxing. Then I had a phone conversation with someone today, and every time I have this phone conversation with this person, it just takes so much energy out of me. It just takes so much energy out of me to do it. I won't say who this person is, but you know, it takes a lot of, it's very taxing. And then right now CL's thinking, is he talking about me? No, I'm not talking about you. And then I went outside and I ran like 3 feet of drip irrigation line. Oh, what a day. It's so hard. So hard. No. It wasn't you. It wasn't CL. But anyway, and so, you know, then I had to get ready for break. So much work. I did talk to Annette on the phone, but I'm not talking about her either. Is it numbered? You know who I'm talking about? It's like when some of you watch my breaks. You by the time you get done talking to them, you're just exhausted. They just take everything. They just suck the life right out of you. You know what I'm talking about? All of you know somebody like that. That's not me. Maybe. It just, every time you talk to them, it just sucks the life right out of you. And you know you got to do the right thing and talk to them. But, you know, just... Then it takes you like 3 days to recover. And then they call again. Oh. Really, I talk to people for a living too. I just elbowed Annette in the stomach on accident. My elbow was swinging as she was coming up to pick up cards. I have a feeling I'm going to be paying for that one later on, one way or another. Oh, look at the plants I bought. That's probably what it'll be. Oh, that's right. You already spent $200 on plants today. Okay. So that entitles me to one free elbow to the stomach. Okay. $200. That's what it's worth. In our house, it's known as leverage. Dallas, it's known as leverage. If one person accidentally hurts the other one, they have leverage, at least temporarily, to get something that they want. And then when you get it, then the leverage is gone. Why would you think of her? I am the Hosta person. Me, not my wife. I am the Hosta. She's Hoya. Oh, Ashley, what am I going to do with you? You found a stray Hosta? O'Neill Cruz. Got a big giant thumbprint right there or something. It wasn't me. I didn't touch that card down there. Wonder what that is, seriously. Out of $2.99. Leverage is a good thing in a marriage. Can get you what you want. Well, Dallas, if you would keep your clothes on, that probably wouldn't happen to your wife. I'm just saying. Maybe a hosta fairy did plant it. You should nurture that hosta. If you nurture that hosta, maybe a different kind of fairy will visit you and give you something, other kind of something. Well, you can't say those kind of things. No, I'm just not gonna let that one go. They like morning sun. They are not a full sun. Most of them aren't. I'm gonna guess the one that grew up, but they do need some sun. Morning sun would be better, maybe 3 hours a day. Yeah, dappled light would work as well. And they're pretty good at naturalizing. So once they get in, they get going. They're usually pretty good. Give it a little water the first year. Every year, give it a little fertilizer, slow release stuff. It'll come back every year. It'll take care of itself. You can divide it in early spring, and pretty soon you'll have an entire hosta farm after that one hosta. Easiest things in the world to take care of. I have a beautiful hosta side of our home that I have been nurturing now for going on. Has it been 11 years?
Probably at least, yeah, probably
11 years. Yeah. I'll take pictures of it and I'll post them in the buy sell trade share. Oh wait, that's baseball only. I'll send you some pictures. A message. Oh, little purple Poussin. Did I not say purple Poussin earlier? That's probably why it showed up under there. Oh man, I love full sun yards because you can just do just about anything you want, which is good. Little purple Poussin. I feel like I did say purple Poussin earlier. I'm telling you. Tony. But I also said green Dominguez, so kind of. Did you see Wander? I don't think Tony Gonsolin's a very good hit, but, you know. Leverage. It's not abuse, it's leverage. Let me tell you, you guys want to know my story about the time I got the most leverage? Let me tell you that story. Ooh, petunias, yeah, those would do well, and those are probably zone 3 or 4, so those should naturalize well. Let me tell you guys my story. You guys know that song, I'm Gonna Stand By You. What's the name of that woman, Nat? I'm Gonna Stand By You. Anyway, she's saying that. What's that other song? This Is My Fight song, whatever her name is. Yeah, something like that. They should be perennial. They do have some that are annual, Ashley, but it should tell you on there whether or not it's perennial. Are you growing it from bulb, or did you buy it like in a fancy little paper wrap container? If you bought it in a little fancy paper wrap container, then it's probably an annual. But if not, then it should be a perennial. Because you guys are zone what? Probably, I'm going to guess zone 5, but you guys might even be zone 4 up there. But it still should be fine. Max Scherzer. So anyway. Oh, it'll do well in the...
You have a greenhouse?
Yeah, zone 4 to 5. I mean, you should be okay. And it should come back. So anyway, so in that song by whatever that person's name, Rachel something, one of the lines in that song is, even if we can't find heaven, I'll walk through hell with you. Okay? And so that says to me, would you do that for me? All right. So you're asking me whether or not I'm going to walk through hell with you. Now, my first thought was, if you're in hell, you're on your own, because I'm not going down there to get you. If you're in hell and I'm not in hell, I'm not going down there to find you because you did something wrong to make you go down there. And then I thought, well, that's probably not the best answer and probably not the one that she's looking for. I mean, the easy thing would be, oh, sure. Yeah, I would be, whatever's going on, I'm with you all the way. But that's just not me. That's just not me. And so then my eye began to twitch. My eye began to twitch because I had one of those thoughts. You know those thoughts I sometimes have because I sometimes say them on here, where I'm thinking something wrong that I really want to say, but I know I shouldn't say it because the pain and suffering, last box, that I'm going to get for saying it is worse than anything else. And so as I'm sitting there thinking, and Annette's standing there waiting for an answer, looking at me, and notices my eye is twitching, I'm struggling really hard not to say it. I'm struggling really hard not to say it. Because if you've been married for a long time, you guys probably have guessed, any of you that have been married for a long time can probably guess the answer that was going through my head. And that answer was, of course, we've been married for 25 years. Just exactly how much hell do you want me to go through with you? But that's not what you're supposed to say. You're not supposed to say that. Even joking around, which I would be. You aren't supposed to say that. You aren't supposed to say that. But the eye twitch, and I don't know why. I don't know what drove me to do that. I don't know. I still don't understand to this day why that jumped out of my mouth like that. But let me just say, the next morning I was appreciative when I woke up and then my ear was crudely sewn back on. But the little pinky toe, I still don't know where it's at. I still don't know. And so that's why you should not listen to that song when your wife is around. And just another good example of why I am always in trouble. Because I am the king of the inappropriately timed joke. Hey, look at that. Out of 75. Man, me and the Brewers. You guys have been married a long time. You know what I'm talking about. Don't tell me you guys don't know what I'm talking about. Those of you who haven't been married for very long, you're going, oh my Lord, I can't believe that you... If you've been married for a long time, those kind of things just naturally pop into your head. And both sides. Both sides. Women do the same thing. If Neil would have asked Ashley that, I would bet money that Ashley would be thinking the same exact thing. Same exact thing. Because it's just natural. It just pops in your head. You know, some of you haven't married that long. I get it. I get it. But after you've been married a certain amount of time, those are the kind of things that just go through your head. And every once in a while, you got to let them out. Because you know what? If you suppress them, this is what I can say. You know why there's such a problem in the world with people having heartburn? Acid reflux is the suppression of things that you should have said, but did not. So let it out. Just let it out. Then you will not have acid reflux. The wounds heal. Chicks dig scars. But that kind of glory, it lasts forever. It lasts forever. Because when I'm an old man, the eye only twitches when I know I'm about to do something bad. So that when the eye starts twitching and people notice it, they know something's up. So that kind of thing, you just, you know, just got to get it. Just got to let it out. Got to get it out there. You don't want acid reflux. You don't want acid reflux. All right, let's go through here. So paper and inserts for the non-Dominguez spot. What? Look at that. That's exactly right. My reference was to what's the name of that movie, Net? The Replacements. The Replacements. That line was in The Replacements. Chicks dig scars, or wounds healed. Chicks dig scars, but glory lasts forever. 4 paper, 2 of these inserts, and 1 of those inserts. That's where I was getting that one from. Poussin. But there are times when it is both. No, I won't say both. There are times when a beaten, whether or not it is physical or verbal, is necessary. And you accept those times for what they are and know that you deserved them, but don't regret them. But don't regret them. Take your lumps. This is Dune the marriage counselor talking. Take your lumps. Are you kidding me that we got 2 autographs in the entire thing? Is that it? Really? 2 autographs? Take your lumps and just move on. 2 Poussin Chrome. 3 Bobby Witt Chrome. Man, only 2 autographs today? This was... Yeah. Let's see, what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4 Chrome Poussin, or Dominguez, 1 Camo. 3 paper, more chrome than paper, and 1, 2 inserts. So pretty good. I mean, that spot covered itself in a half. Let's see. A lot of green. That's good. A lot of purple. Oh, we got 3 autos. Thank goodness. And good color on the autos. They just, you know. All right. Purple out of 250, Xander Bogaerts and Mateo. Out of 150, Balazovic. I thought he was in jail. Anyway. Out of 99, Evan White, Lodolo, Tim Anderson, and John Means. And 1 yellow, Sea Jazz. Sea Jazz. Anyone else needs any marriage advice, you just let me know. I'll be happy to tell you things that will probably get you a beating, but then at the end of the day, you'll look back on them and you'll realize that it was worth it and you don't regret it. Out of $4.99, Sixto Sanchez and Dylan Carlson. 1 out of $2.99, O'Neal Cruz. Out of $2.50, Valamont, Lubov, and Poussin. Pretty good. 2 out of 3 are pretty good. And this guy's like a French Revolutionary guy, so that's good. Out of $1.50, Cole Winn and Nico Holsizer. Out of $1.50 as well, Max Scherzer and Gonsolin. Out of 99, out of 99, we did really well on the green. We did. I mean, we hit a bunch of them. Seth Beer, Will Wilson, green Hunter Green, and a bunch of green Orioles, which is appropriate because their team is really bad. 1 yellow Aaron Ashby for the Brewers. Guess who we didn't hit today? A Brewers auto. And 2 gold, Ryan Rollison, and Josiah Gray. 3 autos out of our break. 1 green wave, Kanan Smith. A really nice Wander Franco out of 250, and an orange Pilkington. If that would have been like almost anybody else, that would have been better. 25 out of 25 out of Pilkington, though. There you go, guys. Good conversation. A lot of fun. I enjoy talking to you guys, even though most of the time I don't say anything. Really. But if I did, I would get myself in trouble, so I just say things. So I'm going to use that story. That's a pretty good story. I'm going to use that as part of my comedy routine. I have another one, but I can't remember what it was. So maybe I only have one. So you guys have a fantastic rest of your night. I'm going to set the other one up tonight, and then once I figure things out, and then we will go from there. So you guys stay safe, stay well. If I can do anything for anybody, please let me know. You guys have a great rest of your night, and we will talk to you soon.